In a recent press conference, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt faced a tense exchange with reporters, addressing a range of pressing issues, from international trade tariffs to domestic economic concerns. The conference began with Leavitt presenting a detailed analysis of tariff disparities, particularly criticizing Canada for imposing significantly high tariffs on American products. Leavitt emphasized that Canada has been unfairly taxing American goods for decades, citing an example where American cheese and butter face nearly 300% tariffs. She further pointed out similar protectionist policies from India and Japan, highlighting the Trump administration's commitment to reciprocity in trade. President Trump believes in fair and balanced trade practices, and it is about time we have a leader who stands for American workers and businesses, she stated firmly. The conference took a confrontational turn when Leavitt addressed a female reporter in the audience, who had been visibly reacting to her statements. "I noticed you making a face at my previous response," Leavitt remarked before the reporter posed her question regarding pro-Palestinian protests on college campuses. The reporter pointed out that these demonstrations called for an end to the war in Gaza, aligning with a goal that the administration claims to support. In response, Leavitt strongly condemned the nature of these protests, asserting that they have been spreading Hamas propaganda. She highlighted that some protest materials included logos of organizations linked to terrorism, emphasizing the administration's firm stance against foreign nationals promoting extremist rhetoric. "We will not tolerate non-citizens siding with terrorists on American soil," she declared, referencing legal provisions that allow visa revocations in cases deemed harmful to U.S. foreign policy interests. As the conference progressed, another reporter raised concerns about ongoing trade negotiations with Canada. Leavitt assured that discussions were active, particularly between U.S. officials and their Canadian counterparts, following threats from the Ontario Premier to cut off electricity supplies to the U.S. She warned of grave consequences should such a measure be taken and reaffirmed the administration's dedication to energy independence. Economic concerns also dominated the discussion, with one journalist questioning how the administration plans to assure Americans that the long-term effects of tariffs will be beneficial. Leavitt defended the policy, drawing attention to the administration's vision of restoring U.S. manufacturing supremacy. She argued that tariffs would ultimately revive industries that had suffered under previous trade agreements. President Trump envisions a nation where American factories thrive once again, she said, citing examples of economic revitalization in states like Michigan and North Carolina. Financial market fluctuations were also a focal point, with reporters pressing Leavitt on recent stock market declines and concerns about investor confidence. She dismissed concerns over short-term volatility, pointing instead to significant private investments under the Trump administration. "Look at the nearly $2 trillion in private investments secured by this administration," she noted, referencing statements from major corporate leaders who expressed optimism about the economy. The conference further delved into concerns about potential energy disruptions from Canada, to which Leavitt reiterated the administration's strong opposition to any retaliatory action. Additionally, she responded to questions about rising egg prices and the administration's measures to stabilize costs, claiming that the recent economic policies had already begun to show improvements. Towards the end of the briefing, Leavitt fielded inquiries about the president's influence over Republican lawmakers and the upcoming 2026 elections. She confirmed that Trump remains actively engaged in legislative negotiations and expects full party support on crucial funding measures but refrained from commenting on future political endorsements. Throughout the conference, Leavitt maintained a firm and assertive tone, reinforcing the administration's economic policies, trade strategy, and national security stance. The briefing underscored President Trump's commitment to reshaping America's economic landscape while dealing with mounting political and international challenges.